during the difficult periods of the treatment. It helped conclude that my latest problem was just another disease with a longer and harsher treatment before I get well and healthy. All through this, my family stood by me. In the breast cancer clinic of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where I would be waiting for my turn, I met more women like me, younger and older. Often these were from far different backgrounds, from modest lower middle class housewives and workers to elite professionals like architects and interior designers. There I started sharing the small tips and simple tricks of professional hygiene, personal hygiene, cleanliness, nutritious food habits, and emotional issues at the family level. Regular interactions with them for more than 5 years, way past my time in that waiting room, gave me the satisfaction of sharing beneficial information with them. But I also gained a deep insight into the social, financial, and health issues of the common people of the country. I'll share one of those tales. This is the story of Sarita Chok, a fictitious name, a 40 plus good looking primary school teacher married to an engineer. After her mastectomy, her husband found her physically repulsive. Sarita told me that her husband told her he is not used to playing with broken toys. A heartbroken Sarita found that even her parents would not want her over and eventually decided to stay with an abusive husband for material support. In our country, breasts are seen primarily as sexual organs, and talking about sex is taboo. Most men forget that their mother's breast was their first font of nutrition. Women's health and happiness is the last priority of the regular average Indian family. This is uh, this has spawned a generation of women who generally don't talk about their illness unless it interferes in their daily chores, especially if it involves sexual organs. After my first battle with cancer, I wanted to spread whatever experience and knowledge I gained about breast cancer. For me, the easy and long-lasting way was to write it all out. My experience with the diagnosis and treatments, mixed with the rich and varied experiences of other patients' stories, formed the core of a book in Hindi I wrote. It is called Indradhanush ke Piche Piche, Ek Cancer Vijeta Ki Diary. It was published in 2005. The book has seen several editions. It has been published in Gujarati and now I am working on its English translation. All these years, I have also been writing about the scientific and social aspects of cancer in leading Hindi newspapers and magazines, speaking about it on television and radio. I also participate as a survivor speaker in public awareness camps and lectures on cancer. I also ran the first Hindi blog on cancer. It is called Indradhanush, the Hindi word for rainbow. While still busily occupied with all these activities, about 19 months ago, I was diagnosed as a stage 4 breast cancer patient. Once merrily happy that I was free of the disease, I was told cancer was living in me and growing. Now I am living with cancer. From the bones, the disease has spread to lungs and skin. Oddly enough, more than 70% of Indian breast cancer patients reach the hospital at this stage, when the chances of getting rid of the disease for long periods are very slim. I think there is so much to do for metastatic cancer patients. Some struggling to lead a regular life, they may not be as productive as they were, but as human beings, they need extra care. More targeted therapies, affordable treatment options, information about new trials, better pain management, and more compassionate hospice care. I wish to reiterate that a systematic, well-planned introduction of pain management regimen is very critical in metastatic cancer patients' treatment. Now I am someone who will always be in treatment because I am on the wrong side of the disease now. But I remain a self-willed individual as I was always. I look for more understanding from my oncologists, seeking for treatments that keep the quality of my life as high as possible with minimum side effects. While my living relationship with cancer goes on, I want to use this rare and grand opportunity at ICC when I am being heard by the who's who of oncology and cancer care. I request you to use your good offices to collectively impress upon policymakers to introduce cancer as a topic for students at the high school level itself. Children should be systematically introduced to the basics of cancer, HPV, cervical cancer, breast self-examination, oral cancer, tobacco, pan masala, environment, and other related aspects. I want my own 17-year-old child to learn it in time, along with his classmates, from school, not only from home. Thank you all for listening.